Daniel, is there anything that you are thankful for this year?
Absolutely, Cesar. I'm thankful to be here sharing the news with our CPP community. Are you thankful for anything?
I'm thankful that we are coming close to the end of the 2023 fall semester.
I'm thankful for that too. It seems like there's so much to be thankful for, but I'm also just starting to have some turkey and pumpkin pie already.
Don't forget about the ham and biscuits.
Happy Thanksgiving, Broncos, and welcome to episode 5 of Poly Post Now.
Starting off this week's headline recap, CPP Academic Senate expresses their lack of confidence in President Coley's leadership abilities.
Here is a list of 5 highly anticipated shows and movies following the Hollywood strike.
California community colleges and CSU panel discuss potential ideas to adjust textbook prices.
And lastly, LA Urban Farms donated a 6-foot grow tower to CPP, addressing California's issue on land and water shortages.
On November 9th, Cal Poly Pomona's Academic Senate held a meeting debating issues that faculty members have been facing, such as the lack of governance, late and inaccurate pay, increased workload, and more. Coley was scheduled to attend this meeting, but was absent, and the majority of Senate members agreed that the list of grievances was too long to make a difference in their work environment, with many faculty members acknowledging that President Coley is unable to properly run the university. If you'd like to read the full story, please visit our website.
Not sure what to watch during your free time or just want to try something new? That's okay, because following the end of the recent Hollywood strike, production of new content has resumed, and you can check out our website to see Jeremy's list of 5 highly anticipated shows and movies to watch.
California Faculty Association voted in approval of a faculty strike and have since held a practice strike on October 23rd to prepare for what's about to come next. And here's Victoria to give us a follow-up on the story.
On October 27th, it was announced that the CFA voted to authorize a strike with a 95% approval rating. On October 23rd, Cal Poly Pomona's chapter of the CFA hosted a practice strike here at University Park.
Professor Nicholas von Glahn, president of CPP CFA, spoke on the purpose of the practice strike.
That the boardroom can get theirs, and you show that your budget cares more about creditors, about your credit rating, and the boardroom than the educators and the students. That shows your priority. We're here today to help them realign their priorities.
Former Provost Jennifer Brown was also in attendance and spoke to faculty. After her unexpected removal, Brown was greeted with cheers.
This is what happens when you are not part of the union. I am a representative of what happens when you are not part of the union.
From University Park, protesters marched their way to the Student Services Building, where members of the CFA gave speeches as well as members of the Teamsters Union.
You know, when we were walking up, I saw Dr. Coley taking off on her little buggy. And, you know, if I saw this many people upset about conditions and wages on campus, I'd probably leave too. It's a little bit embarrassing. People come to your house and you got stains on the floor, your laundry's everywhere. You don't want people to see that kind of stuff, right? They don't want us to go back to our offices. They want us to go cash our checks. But we're here to tell them that enough is enough.
You students know that it's hard enough to be a student, let alone other challenges that you face in your life. And so, students come to us for mental health issues. We help them not only survive, but thrive and grow and be healthy. And also, we preserve life.
That's right.
So we ask that you support us so that we can support you.
Additionally, once they reached the Student Services Building, they were met with members of the CPP Mariachi Band and Jesse Vallejo, who is their director and a professor of ethnomusicology at Cal Poly.
The practice strike concluded at President Coley's mansion. Since the filming of this video, the CFA has announced that Cal Poly Pomona will host a strike on December 4th. For more information about how this may affect students, check out thepolypost.com.
We have all gone through the hassle of looking for cheaper textbooks for our classes, but we might not have to wait much longer because on October 26, leaders from California community colleges and CSUs held a panel to present different ideas on how to lower the cost, even though the Instant Access Complete program was introduced to CPP this fall, which includes all needed textbooks for a single transaction for $250. It was still a bit pricey, so students will be thankful to hear about a possibility of an even lower price soon.
The world of fashion is constantly changing, with new trends being introduced like cowboy boots, for example. At CPP, it is not hard to spot people rocking this type of footwear in different sizes, shapes, and designs, contributing to the wide variety of trends in our campus, and Gwen is here to tell us more.
When you think of a pair of cowboy boots, which figures come to mind in terms of the model? Automatically, your brain may shift towards a cowboy on a horse or a farmer on the fields. How about celebrity style icons like Kendall Jenner? Sydney Sweeney, maybe? Or maybe even the students you see around campus? Well, saddle up, fashion enthusiasts, because there's a new sheriff in town and it's not wielding a 6-shooter, but strutting in a pair of modern cowboy boots. A shoe designed for functionality, the cowboy boot has morphed into a pair of your grandpa's old kicks, into a bold and eccentric everyday staple in today's generation of fashion. Nowadays, we can see high-end retailers like Chanel and Saint Laurent starting to embark on the redefined cowboy boot trend, and junior contemporary designers like Jeffrey Campbell and Betsy Johnson have started to follow suit. Even unconventional footwear companies like Croc have released their own line of cowboy boots this year. Apparel merchandising and management student Michaela Alvarado spoke about how even though followers of fashion may not be particularly fond of the Croc cowboy boots, brands like Croc are catering to new ages of fashion, like the eccentric Gen Z, who are interested in a unique twist on apparel that's currently trending. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back in time just a little bit. Once upon a time, in the rugged landscapes of the Wild West, a legend was born: the cowboy boot. In the mid-1800s, as cowboy culture swept across the American plains, practicality met style in the form of the boot. These weren't your ordinary footwear. The original cowboy boot design was made of leather and involved a pointed toe to mantle the foot into the stirrup and a supporting heel for adjustments, a fusion of function and flair, designed for easier horseback riding and cattle herding. As the Wild West became a canvas for the daring, the cowboy boot evolved with intricate stitching, vibrant colors, and sometimes even exotic skins. From rodeos to Hollywood screens, these boots marched their way into pop culture, becoming a frontier statement of fashion. Fast forward to the modern era, and the cowboy boot has undergone a metamorphosis. No longer confined to dusty trails, these boots have strutted their way onto high fashion runways, urban streets, and even concert stages. But wait, some of you may be thinking, haven't I seen this trend before? With the effects of consumer marketing, we've had the pleasure of seeing the resurgence of cowboy boots in fashion culture more than once. President of the Fashion Society Association and AMM student Alyssa Barajas discusses the boots' reappearances over the years, such as the Y2K decade, and how the typical 10-year trend cycle is starting to repeat itself. In other words, low-rise jeans aren't the only fashion fad coming back from the 2000s. She also commented on how cowboy boots used to have a certain connotation with being strictly country themed, but its evolution allowed for it to become the nightlife alternative to a knee-high boot. Many of you Beyoncé fans, and more specifically attendees of her recent Renaissance tour, may have also noticed metallic iridescent cowboy boots worn by her and her dancer. The boot appears to be re-infiltrating the fashion scene in realms that aren't even necessarily Western, such as festivals and concerts that follow opposite genres of music. The idea of the cowboy boot outgrowing its natural purpose is a common theme in the way apparel is publicized. With the change in look and rise in popularity, cowboy boots now represent a vogue form of cultural nostalgia. President of the American Association of Textile Chemists and Colorists and an AMM student, Malia Chang, shared her perspective on the boot's transformation in the fashion world. She grew up in an agricultural area where people wearing cowboy boots wasn't uncommon. Yet she shares how the colorways of the boot are starting to evolve from the typical brown and black to designs with glitter, unique embroidery designs, and pastel shades. Ranging from affordable classics to high-end designer creations, cowboy boots cater to a broad spectrum of consumers, each seeking a unique piece of the Wild West in their wardrobe. At the lower end of the spectrum, you can rustle up a pair of cowboy boots without breaking the bank, which are often made of synthetic types of leather. Now for the high rollers, you'll find boots created with exotic skins like alligator, snake, or even ostrich, adorned with elaborate detailing from high-end designers. While traditionally associated with the rugged terrains of the Wild West, modern cowboy boots have seamlessly transitioned into year-round fashion statements. In warmer months, shorter and more breathable styles complement summer dresses, shorts, and even skirts. When the temperatures drop, boots with higher cuts and thicker materials pair perfectly with a pair of jeans or tights. The influence of cowboy boots on American fashion culture is undeniable. Beyond the rodeo arenas and ranches, cowboy boots have sauntered their way into mainstream fashion and have become a staple in cultural events from country music festivals to city sidewalks. Bloggers from the list call the cowboy boot a classic representation of Americana, maintaining its nostalgic background and keeping its Western origins alive. So for those of you who are fashion lovers and looking into owning your own pair of cowboy boots to lasso your heart, know that once you do, you'll be sporting a part of fashion history.
LA Urban Farms has donated a grow tower and it will be placed in President Coley's office on November 16th. The grow tower sits at about 6 feet tall and is equipped with aeroponic technology, which means that it doesn't need soil to grow. Its purpose is to address California's water and land shortages by using 90% less water and land. To learn more about the topic, you can visit our website or the Poly Pantry website.
If you like to play video games to relax after a day of school and have always wanted to join a competitive team and play in tournaments, then look no further than CPP's very own esports team, where you can play competitively among other game enthusiasts, and Oscar is here to tell us more.
Oh no! Is he able to find it? Yes, he does!
Starting to press strings, gets the counter hit, takes the game one.
At Cal Poly Pomona, students can take a dip into the ever-growing esports scene through the numerous events and gatherings hosted by the Bronco Esports Club, or ASI. For newcomers looking for a place to start, ASI hosts a variety of free entry esports tournaments throughout the semester.
Typically, we try to range from typical, easy EA platform games, so like FIFA, NBA 2K, Madden, as well as other social or friendly esport games like Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Rocket League.
Players can find further opportunities to play with their peers by joining the overall gaming community on campus through Bronco Esports. Bronco Esports is the premier esports club at CPP, hosting a wide range of games and events for casual and hardcore players alike. These events can range from the large esports tournaments like FragFest, which occurs each semester, or bi-weekly fighting game meetups and other small events on their community Discord server.
What the Bronco Esports Club usually does is manage casual and competitive side of gaming, whether it be FPS, MOBAs, or even fighting games. I think the main focus of the club is make sure that everyone feels included. It doesn't matter what side of the community you come from. We want to make sure that you're here to play games, you're here to have a great time.
Next semester, we're definitely planning to have practice. We're trying to sort out everything now so that next semester and the years after, we'll have more events. We'll be able to run those events.
Hardcore players can also step up and try out for the club's esports teams and play against other collegiate teams in the country. Bronco Esports has teams for Valorant, Apex, Rocket League, and others that all regularly participate in both online and local tournaments.
I've always had this competitive spark in me of wanting to win and wanting to compete, and whenever I joined and started playing it, it reignited it. I think it was in CEA. It's one of our tournaments. It's a collegiate tournament. We played against Cesar, Fullerton, Cal State Fullerton. We kind of went in hesitant as to how we were gonna do, because they're a really good team, and they're they all have really good players. It was definitely gonna be very, very hard to win. And we just went in there and we just lit them up.
Honestly, as competitive as I am, none of the winning stuff has gotten me excited, but it's been meeting everybody and trying to get to know everyone and build not only a relationship and chemistry in the game, but in real life.
We want to know everyone around the community. We just want to build a community, a strong one, and just help rebuild it, basically.
Even if you're a low-ranked player, or even if you're the highest ranked player, there's always things you can learn and new things to improve on. So if you do want to do that and you're extremely competitive, then join the team.
As mentioned earlier, Fragfest is planned to happen next semester, alongside newer, smaller events and meetups for the Bronco esports community. If you're interested in checking out the esports scene on campus, check out Bronco Esports or ASI's numerous social media pages for more info.
Thanksgiving is a day where we give thanks to everyone and everything around us, and it's also a time to feast with our friends and family and throw worries and stresses away for a day. For this episode, CPP reporter on the street Joseph Rodriguez is here to tell us what the Broncos are thankful for this holiday season.
What's up, Broncos? Joseph Rodriguez here from the Poly Post, and today we're going to be doing a Reporter on the Street Thanksgiving edition. Today we're going to be going around campus asking students what their Thanksgiving plans are, their favorite meals, their traditions, and of course, what they're most thankful for. Let's get it started.
I'm going to go on a big camping trip with one of my friends, and then also go to his Thanksgiving dinner.
Awesome, okay.
Probably just like a calm, nice evening. My grandparents might come over. We'll have a lot of food.
And speaking of that dinner, of course, what are your favorite Thanksgiving meals? This is a good one.
Mashed sweet potatoes. Gotta be on top for me.
Always a good one. And what about you right here?
Yeah, that's a good one. My grandma makes those. They're always pretty good. I don't mind turkey, and don't hate me, but I can't stand cranberries. like the little dip or sauce or whatever I cannot have that. So anything except cranberry flavored things, I will eat for Thanksgiving. I'm not too picky.
I'm really thankful for where I live, having a roof over my head, and being in a place that I can bike around, have some fun.
Blessings. And you, sir?
Yeah, that too. Having like supportive friends and family who are just like there for me, having people I can rely on and talk to. It's pretty nice.
I don't really have plans in particular, but for the most part, every year we kind of just, my family and I, we just sit down, order like those big old Thanksgiving platter plates from like Polly's Pies or something, and then just heat it up, get it a few hours in advance, heat it up a few hours in advance because that takes a while, and then just all sit down and eat it. And occasionally my like family who, like my siblings who've moved out, like they would come over and eat with us too. And we'd also like sit down and watch movies afterwards. I really like the mashed potatoes and bread. Like like those bread rolls that they have in those like food packs, they were really good.
That one's been a favorite so far. And of course we gotta ask this, what are you most thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I guess I could say for right now, I could say like being able to go to the school, because it's a very well engineering school in general. So having access to the school when I want to be an engineer is definitely very helpful.
Probably go spend it with my extended family, most likely.
Probably just gonna have a family get together like how we usually do, or probably have something with our friends. Yeah, I think we're hosting Thanksgiving this year at our house actually. So
we usually do like karaoke, like singing early Christmas songs, even though it's not Christmas yet. We just like singing Christmas songs on Thanksgiving.
Oh, hey, they starting early. Okay. And you, right?
We just like to play family games, do anything to help bring us together. We always share like what we're thankful for before we eat, just things like that. Yeah, another popular one is we like to play Just Dance with our cousins in the living room. Yeah, it always gets to that point in the night where we're just like, yeah, let's get on Just Dance for a bit. Yeah.
Mashed potatoes for sure. I love mashed potatoes.
Always a classic. Mm-hmm. Okay, and right here?
I really like the potato salad or just like macaroni salad.
Can't go wrong with that. Okay, and?
I like a more traditional, like pozole. That's what our family makes, like my grandma. Yeah.
Oh, that's always a good one. All right, guys. Lastly, we gotta ask this: what are you most thankful for this year?
I'm most thankful for being accepted into Cal Poly Pomona for sure. Yeah.
A true Bronco. All right.
I'm really thankful for just my family's health this year and that everybody's okay.
So awesome.
I'm really thankful for the friends I've been able to make this year.
Love it. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Good stuff, guys. All right, Broncos. That's it for this week's edition of Report on the Street. We hope you guys have a good, happy, fun, and safe Thanksgiving. And now back to our anchors.
On top of everything that I'm thankful for this year, I'm also thankful that our sports team has been on fire with their performance and competitions.
If anyone deserves a feast, it's our sports team, because they just finished their finals.
I agree. Let's head over to Greg now to tell us more on
Poly Post Sports.
Happy Thanksgiving, Broncos. I hope everyone is hungry for some sports action right now. I'm Gregory Karp, and welcome to another segment of Poly Post Sports. Kicking off the week with the men's soccer team beating Cal State Monterey Bay 2-1 in CCAA action Friday, November 10th at College Creek Field, the Broncos won their 9th straight win and improved to a 13-4-1 season. They extended their stay at Cal Poly Humboldt Sunday, November 12th to take on Cal State LA, but it resulted in a 0-0 overtime draw that CSULA took advantage of in a penalty kick tiebreaker 4-3, and have since returned on Monday, November 13th to the NCAA selection show. CPP women's soccer team traveled to Cal Poly Humboldt Friday, November 10th for a 1-0 win over the Lumberjacks in the semifinal of the 2023 CCAA women's soccer tournament. The game's single goal came at 18:01 from CPP defender and midfielder Giselle Semayoa, following a pass from forward and midfielder Julia Lacero. The women's soccer team traveled to Cal State Monterey Bay on Sunday, November 12th, losing 1-0 to Cal State San Marcos in the final game of the 2023 CCAA Women's Soccer Tournament. CSUM walks away with the game's only goal this time around at 17:36 from sophomore Nani Kayani for her third goal of the season. Moving on to our volleyball team, they hosted Cal State East Bay at the Kellogg Arena Friday, November 10th, winning 3-1 over the Pioneers, improving to 19-6 on the season and 12-5 in conference action. Opposite hitter Daisy Duque tied her career high with 25 kills, followed by Madison Novak and Samantha Campion, contributing double-digit kills with 18 and 12 respectively. Then on Saturday, November 11th, the Broncos won 3-1 once again against Cal State Monterey Bay, concluding the regular season with a 20-6 record. Daisy Duque improves her career-best 25 kill record from Friday's match, with 21 more collected on Saturday. It has been an amazing season for both our soccer and volleyball teams, and we're very thankful to have you guys representing CPP. But now shifting gears into the men's basketball team, they opened their 2023-2024 season against Seattle Pacific on Friday, November 10th, losing 56-50 in the first game of the CCAA Pac West Challenge. Guard Bam Johnson and forward Brandon Porter led the Broncos with 13 and 14 points, while guard Jaden Winfield led the team in rebounding, snatching 3 offensive and 5 offensive boards. The Falcons picked up their first win against the Broncos since 2013, sending the Broncos packing. The men's basketball team took their second loss of the season against APU, 67-57 in the CCAA Pac West Challenge. On the other hand, women's basketball team made their 2023-2024 season debut Friday, November 10th in the CCAA Pac West Challenge against number 12 APU. The Broncos held the Cougars at bay with Jeanette Fine and Kayla Buggs, leading the offensive for the Broncos with 14 and 19 points. With a promising 41-40 lead, the Broncos advanced on Cougar errors but ran into foul trouble, leading to an 81-76 Cougar victory. Despite Friday night's loss, the women's basketball team clinched their first win of the season Saturday, November 11th, against the Point Loma Sea Lions in the CCAA Pac West Challenge for a 75-66 victory. Sydney Nelson wasted no time in scoring for the Broncos, banking one off the backboard, followed by an onslaught of 11 three-pointers from Brian Ha, Sydney Fedenik, and Andrea Stajic to send the Sea Lions packing. I'm proud to introduce senior guard Bree Ha and discuss her contributions towards CPP's women's basketball team in their first 2 games of the season. Bree, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
You guys began the season with a hard-fought game against APU Friday night, losing 81-76, but then beating Point Loma 75-66 on Saturday. Can you tell me what set you guys back against APU?
Versus APU, they had a lot of height, which we did not have. Our lineup was like 5'7" to probably 6 foot, but theirs was 5'10" to probably like 6'2", so we definitely lacked in that area.
What lessons did you take from game 1 to improve on in game 2?
In game 1, our defense wasn't as good. Like, we gave up a lot of easy shots, a lot of layups, and that's something that we could not have going into Point Loma game, especially because they also have height and they're a lot faster. So we knew we had to really pick it up on the defensive end.
Sounds like a lot to handle. Yeah. You went into game 2 motivated to beat Point Loma, leading the Broncos with 24 points and accounting for 6 out of the team's 11 threes. How do you find that many openings necessary for shooting that many threes in a single game?
It's really hard, given that probably my scout would say I'm a shooter. So like whenever I go out, like they're definitely gonna be on finding me and locating me as soon as I like cross half court. So as soon as I see any type of opening, I'm definitely shooting the ball.
Fantastic. What will the Broncos bring to Game 3 against Bethesda on Friday?
Definitely a lot of defensive intensity. Our hands will be up, talking. It'll be loud. And then bench energy too, so.
Well, Brianna, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, and good luck going forward into the 2023-2024 season.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. The women's basketball team will take on Biola University Tuesday, November 21st in non-conference action, and then face Cal Poly Humboldt Thursday, November 30th in a conference action game. Additionally, the men's basketball team will play against Concordia Irvine Saturday, November 25th for a non-conference game, and then take on Cal Poly Humboldt in conference action Thursday, November 30th. That is all for PolyPost Sports today. Make sure to stay tuned for more PolyPost Sports content and keep up with all things Broncos sports at broncoathletics.com, where they stream games on the CCAA network. Once again, my name is Gregory Karp. Have a great break, Broncos. Stay warm, and back to the anchors.
Thank you for that sports update, Greg. Now you're free to get your slice of pumpkin pie.
I will need me a slice too, after we're done here. Speaking of which, that's all for today's Broncos. Tune in again next time with us here at PolyPost Now.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can be notified when our latest episode comes out. And check out our website at thepolypost.com for more leading news content. But for now, this has been Cesar.
And this is Daniel.
Happy Thanksgiving, Broncos!